Tomorrow is going to be April 12th, and this is the day where we mark the World Streets Day. What inroads have been made in Kenya to elevate the lives of street children? Where are the missing gaps? Tonight, we have this conversation with none other than Father Renato Kizito. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
It's a privilege to actually have you on our set. We grew up as a Catholic hearing your, activities when it comes to children and such. So, Father, what is the status reporting as far as street children in Kenya is concerned?
But we can say, unfortunately, that the street children are growing. And that is under the eyes of everybody. Their numbers are growing. And just a few days ago, the Nairobi county government has called different institutions, also us, to start an initiative to try to move many children out of the street of Nairobi. Mm-hmm. So it is a sign things are not well. In spite of many efforts, we have been cooperating with the Street Family Trust Fund that has helped us a lot. We have been cooperating with other institutions, also other NGO or associations like us who are working with street children. But we see that the situation is not improving.
Is not improving. So from in your experience then, what are the main challenges or impediments, to rehabilitation and reintegration of street children into society?
Maybe the main challenge is the numbers. There are so many that those who are trying to do something to rescue them, they fail. They cannot reach out to everybody. The numbers are too big. And then for sure, street children are there. The root cause, it is because there are so few opportunities for the children and for the youth. There are so many people that are living in poverty. Sometimes we can say misery. And for them, it's not affordable to send children to school. So, you see, I'm not a politician. I am a priest trying to announce the word of God and together with the people to build a more just and a more peaceful world. Mm-hmm. But we see that there is the need of more services for the poor. Mm-hmm. The school, to be honest, the school is not free.
It is not free.
People have to spend money to send their children to school, and so many cannot afford that.
Mm-hmm. Now, some of the recommendations for the Kizito that you'd have to, change this dynamic, change the future of these children. Statistics indicate that we have around 300,000 street children and street families. What would be your recommendation, especially when it comes to policy?
Well, first of all, I would say education and free health services. As I would say, education is really not affordable for many people. And children grow up feeling frustrated. They understand they will not be able to go ahead. And they know that nowadays, if you don't have at least Form 4, you cannot get any kind of employment. On the other side, if you get a degree, even a degree, you make all the effort to get a degree, it's not a guarantee you find an employment. So there is this very deep frustration in the youth, in the children. People who are growing up with lack of hope for the future. Mm-hmm. We have to help them to find hope. And there is the need also, as I was mentioning, of better health services that will reach really everybody. Mm-hmm. But it's a massive effort we must do to make the poor, the people that are the waste of the society, as Pope Francis says very often. We are creating people as waste, or we look at people as waste. These people must have hope in the future. Otherwise, we put ourselves in a dangerous situation, because sooner or later something may happen and violence will become prevalent.
Now tell us more about that initiative that you are getting into as a Catholic Church, as well as various counties across this particular country.
Well, we do a lot of different initiatives. We try to follow the children when they are still in the street, so to have as far as possible a reintegration with their family without passing through the institution. But sometimes the institution are needed. There is no other solution for so many of these children. So we have the different home for street children, former street children, and is also a very rewarding effort, because you see that many of them, they respond so well, and you find extraordinary good people. You see good youngsters growing up with a lot of talent, with a lot of desire to do something good for their life in their country. And then we keep following them. When they are reintegrated in the family, we follow them for 1, 2, 3 years, as far as it is possible, to keep them, to make sure that they are on the right way, that they are on the recovery to become good citizens.
Now, as we come to a close, Father Kizito, tomorrow is a World Street Kids Day. The theme is hope for the future. If you're given an opportunity, to sit with policymakers, what would you institutionalize in as far as policy is concerned to ensure that we elevate the lives of street kids and have them rehabilitated and reintegrated into society?
Well, I think, first of all, that we need to review all the policy regarding to the children. A lot of efforts have been done, and new policies have been made, but sometimes we feel there is a certain gap between the reality and the law. So we are in a situation, for instance, nowadays, where we have difficulties in registering home for street children, or even registration for homes that were registered a long time ago, with the idea from the authorities that we should focus on home-based ways of responding to these children, but to the problem of these children. But the fact is, there are no other ways right now. So we are sometimes taken in between the fact that I can say we have, for instance, a home which is not registered, the registration not being renewed, but some other branches of the government, for instance, the police or the children officer of the terra, they take children to us. So what do? You see, you're told, no, we should phase out this institution because children must go in their family. At the same time, the same other branches of the government, they're taking children to you and say, please take care of them because we don't know where to put them. So I think there is the need of really a general revision, and also to adapt to the reality, really understand what is going on at the grassroots, and do action that respond to the real need of the people.
Well, as we prepare ourselves to mark the World Streets Day tomorrow, that is Father Renato Kizito, Catholic priest, imploring a change and reviewing as far as matters of policy guidelines where street children are concerned to foster rehabilitation and integration in society. On that note, we take a quick breather. You're watching Prime Edition.
Hapa tunakari